His Excellency, Mr. Turki Ala Sheikh and Terence Crawford have their eyes set out for their next opponent, and they are trying to say that it's gonna be none other than Triple G. But who knows at what weight class, because the last time Triple G fought, he fought Canelo Alvarez, and this was at 168. But Triple G had never fought at 168. He was always fighting at 160. And a lot of people were saying, how come Triple G was not going up to 168 for a very long time, and he stayed at 160? And I am down with that fight. If it happens at 160 or 168, who knows? Maybe they're getting Terence Crawford ready for Canelo Alvarez. And if it happens at 168 and he destroys Triple G at 168, that will be a big call out to face Canelo Alvarez. But if the Triple G fight happens at 160, there's still gonna be questions if Terence Crawford is big enough to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168, because he will still have one weight class to go up to face Canelo Alvarez at an even playing field. But if he does beat up Triple G at 160, it's still gonna be a statement. But I just don't see how Terence Crawford is gonna look way better than he did against Madrimov. And that fight was at 154. And I always believed Triple G was better than a Madrimov. So this is still a tall task for Terence Crawford. And I still got Triple G beating Terence Crawford, especially if the fight happens at 168. Don't get me wrong. Terence Crawford is better than a great fighter, but I don't think he's close enough to be special. I still see holes in his game plan. Just compare him to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, you don't really see too many holes in his game plan, and you don't really see him losing too many rounds or get clipped. So I always believe Mayweather was one of a kind. He was in a league of his own. If Mayweather and Terence Crawford fought right now, Mayweather will school Terence Crawford. And this was Terence Crawford's first fight at 154, and he already looked a little bit less special or a little bit less great. So how is he gonna look at 160 and 168? And what was all this talk between facing the winner between Fundora and Errol Spence, and that is gonna take place at 154. I always said there are weight classes for a reason, and that's why they're there, for the safety of these boxers. You can't be that small and try to fight somebody way bigger than anyway will fight Tank Davis. And that will be a great fight because their skills will match up greatly. Also look, when Canelo fought Charlo, as soon as he felt the power from Canelo, he started running. What do you think a smaller Terence Crawford is going to do? Because Charlo is a bit bigger than Terence Crawford. He actually started at a higher weight class. Also, Terence Crawford looked a lot slower and his power didn't translate to 154. What do you think is gonna happen at 160 and 168? Do you guys think his power is gonna translate? All of a sudden he's gonna be faster and he's gonna move a lot better, and his power is gonna get stronger when he has to carry 14 pounds more? I want you to walk around with 14 pounds more on your body. See how you move. The only time moving up in weight helps you is when you're actually really draining yourself to make weight at 135 or at 140, whatever weight class we're talking about. Just look at Frank Martin. He was fighting at 135 and my boy looked drained. He had to move up to 140. That's when he took a loss. And that's when the extra weight will help you. But not just to get fat and build muscle. That's just gonna slow you down. Your power is not gonna translate. You are not gonna become faster.